Because you know what? Black Butler's not even fucking good. Come read. Let's read something that is good together. Let's read.
God dang it, Bobby.
No, let's read.
God dang it, Bobby.
If you want to know the title, it's called CPRXR.
That is
The Oddest of Families.
That is a very, very catchy title. Like, how long did it take you to come up with that?
Admittedly, 30 seconds.
This is her old fanfiction, by the way. We're gonna go through this page
Listen, I was
together.
in 8th grade.
You'll also like No Control. Sequel to Stockholm Syndrome. What the fuck? I am in the most unholy of places.
Listen, you should see my Sin PX Solar Sands.
Oh,
That one.
no. I'm actually the first viewer of this story, fun fact. Besides the author, who's
because
sitting in the same
just
Discord chat.
uploaded it.
I was running through the forest, escaping a supposed murderer. It was scary. 1 minute, I was walking peacefully. The next, running for my life. I wasn't scared, however, just inconvenienced. This was unnaturally often nowadays. Unnaturally, often nowadays. It was routine for me to be chased by some sort of murderer. Maybe I should stop getting into these situations, but they came to me. So, who is this person? Why are they getting chased by like 60 murderers? That is my first question. And
Okay,
it's not to the author, it's to T, because that'll draw from the experience.
1 second.
I am the author, you could just ask me.
I'm putting up my options. Let's see. Roles if needed. Slash roll. Alright, so, what'd you say?
Who is this person to be chased by murderers on a regular basis? They're a cop. There we go. That's my headcanon.
Nah, it's the token female in a horror movie.
Listen, at least I can outrun them, because clearly I'm still alive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Her name's Token Female in the Discord.
You
Maybe.
called me when I entered.
But the day
I have a
came
terrible
to
memory.
me. I looked over my shoulder, seeing him. Bracket her question mark bracket. Still following. No matter I was nearly to the edge. I was assuming they were male. They were built like one. But I'm becoming Italian. But that sort of thing can be manipulated. They had recently killed someone. That much I knew. They were a female or a really male.
Hold on, it was.
I thought.
What? I thought it was established to be a male.
No, I was talking about the person who was just murdered.
Oh,
Who
okay.
isn't the narrator. I don't know what I was going
That
for.
the word Gene skits and the crop tops. What? It's a possibility. No need to be cruel to transgenders.
Oh shit, we're getting PC up in here for the first time.
I finally reached the edge of the forest and ran to my house. I slowed my pastrami to a fast walk. Soon after entering the local pizzeria neighborhood, walking to my pizzeria, I noticed that it was a beautiful day. Wow, Mario, today is really nice. Too bad the someone died today.
I unlocked the front door, then walked in. Dad, I'm home. Dad. He must have left for work already. Looking in the just don't call the police about the fact that you're just chased by a serial murderer.
He must have left work already. Looking in the garage, his truck wasn't even there.
Guess I'm cooking tonight.
Yes,
then.
I'm cooking tonight then.
Is it gonna be pizza?
No,
Oh, wait for Brian.
I forgot what it
Oh,
was.
I can't wait to eat some chili dogs. My little
T,
brother,
stop.
Brian.
T, I
was
can't
my favorite
understand
family
you,
member.
T.
Although
Admittedly,
he
I
does
can't
get
either.
annoying.
My little brother.
Oh, going for that Minecraft YouTuber quality.
My little brother, Brian, was my favorite family member. Although, he does get annoying. One second
He
he'd be
still is.
One second he'd be annoyingly loving. The next, he'd hate my guts. Getting out pots and pans like don't you dare forget the sun. 1, because there's a 1 at the end of the sun, for some reason.
Wait, really?
He'd like, Sloppy Joes. I didn't like Sloppy Joes, but Brian loves Sloppy Joes. The door opened, and
He
Viola,
does.
my little bro, walked in. How was your day at school today, bud? I slightly interrogated. I will say,
Slightly.
this is decent compared to all the other shit I've read over the years. Macy and I ate lunch together. She was planning on coming over around 4:30, he summarized. Well, okay, first do your homework. Sloppy Joes? Yeah. I had set ground beef in the fridge the other night. In case of this, I set up the
Pause for a moment.
pastrami
For some
3
reason-
because we don't do product placement on this channel, and started cooking.
Okay, so pause for a moment. For some reason, I heard you say eat your homework.
Of course.
So I just thought I should point that out to myself, I guess.
Sis,
I don't know.
I need help with dang, 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 dang. The doorbell rang. 1 sec.
Anyways, let me take over. None desu ka? 1 sec, bro! I walked to the door cautiously. Macy stood there. Her shiny black hair waved nearly flawlessly in the wind. I rolled my eyes. Welcome in, Macy's!
Oh shit, we need a word for L/N. Crap.
Yes, miss. Adolf Hitler. Yeah, yes, Miss Hitler. She was nice, but too flawless and beautiful were my tastes. Still got a throbbing boner, though. She
What?
had won over my little bro's
This is
heart.
what T does.
I was jealous, although I would never
Hey,
admit
side
that out
fact,
loud.
Side fact, she's actually based off of a real person my bro had a crush on. So.
She was flawless in every way. I wanted to hate her, but I couldn't bring myself to. What am I, a cuck?
This joke, it's not even a funny voice, T. Come on.
It really isn't. Sorry.
Macy comes in and looks happily in Brian's direction. Brian, hi! What are you up to? Just out on the pastrami 3. Want to join? Because that's what PS3 stands for, is pastrami. Yeah,
Oh,
sure. I
oh.
told my mom that I was eating here. Is that okay with you, Miss Hitler? Of course, Macy. You're okay with Sloppy Joes, correct? Yes, ma'am. I resumed cooking until it was done. I made their plates, and then I set them on a table and went to make F/F, which I'm assuming stands for
Fat fucking dick.
fat fuck, to make fat fuck. Children,
Okay.
food.
Get your fat fuck.
Both Brian and Macy ate hungrily. Portal 2 co-op paused. It's okay with Valve. It's okay with Valve product placement because Valve's cool. Video game nearly forgotten.
Portal 2 is cool.
I sat down and ate my own meal.
I was in love with it when I made this.
Just as they got up and resumed playing, I cleaned up the mess and they entered my room, which had a very subtle color scheme of F/C. Beige. Favorite color beige. My hair
Okay.
had been dyed at the edges, also in beige. Yeah, beige. That's really weird. That was my parents' idea, not mine. That line actually makes sense.
What awful parent
Let
decides
me-
to
let me
have their
put
child
on-
dye their hair with beige?
Let me do my hazy voice, otherwise known as putting into my skin, checking my phone. I saw that my battery was fully charged. Fully charged! Activated! So I checked my calendar. First thing that popped up, Sudoku. Second thing that popped up, remind the groceries. Great. End of chapter 1. Chapter 2.
I walked through the aisles, taking things off the shelves, carefully inspecting them. I was a little bit paranoid. I felt like I was being stared at. I probably was. Knowing I'm the weirdo of the local area, but it was still unnerving. I absolutely hated the spotlight. It was only when I saw 3 men walking around the grocery store with me that I calmed down. Well, a little. It was one thing being in a busy store and feeling watched. It was another when there were only 4 people in the area, and I feel stared at. Okay, feel stared at. Okay, that was just kind of.
Are
weird.
you okay there? Are you like
No,
dying?
I'm dying. One noticed me and walked over here. Looking closer, it was the guy who chased me. Just my luck, right? I started hurrying
Oh,
up.
guy.
Oh shit,
Guy
the killer's
in
here. I
jeans
better.
skirt and
I
crop top.
I better. I better hurry up and finishing up my grocery shopping because there's a serial killer facing me. And just as I was about to turn into the next aisle, my hand was pulled back. Hey, have I seen you before? It wasn't stuttering, more like human glitching. It was odd, but probably not his fault. It didn't sound like he chose to do that. Pulling my hand back shakily. No, I haven't seen you before. You must be mistaken. Getting a closer look at him, I saw he had a mouth guard and yellow-orange goggles.
God.
No! See, I wasn't a bad liar, but I didn't really like people approaching me first. As you can imagine, being the weirdo of the area
Especially when they're murderers.
means a lot of confrontations, and most weren't kind, so I avoided people, simple as that. I had a few extremely close friends. I did not dislike people, people disliked me. I... Sorry, I gotta get those Tourette's in there. Thought I had sorry. Oh no, sir, it's fine. Toby, get back here, presumed male raised voice. Looking towards the voice, I saw a white mask, but that's about it. I started hurrying when Toby they just wear their masks in a fucking grocery store.
I was in 8th grade. I didn't have much common sense when writing yet.
If I wasn't already nervous when I entered, I most definitely was now. I finished my shopping trip and paid, hurrying as fast as possible. The kids were still playing the game. They didn't even notice I left. That hurt a little bit, but I wasn't going to be a baby about it. Brian, it's almost 8.
A baby!
Then you have to walk her home. Brian almost got super nervous in the dark. Sometimes, almost, yeah, not all, as opposed to always. Something
Wait
about.
a minute, I wrote that?
No, you wrote always. Something about scary noodles, spooky soup. I don't know if I'm being honest. I don't care. Spooky spaghetti is what I call them.
That's what Katrina was referencing. Spooky soup.
Chapter 3. 8 rolled around. It came time for me to walk Macy home with Brian. Brian!
Originally,
Macy,
Macy
it's
stayed
time
over.
to leave! Chorus of ahs echoed throughout the house. I watched as Brian put on a brown and orange striped jacket and a purple scarf. Macy put on a sweater. I then started the journey to Macy's. Not Macy's house, no, literal Macy's.
I thought you were going to bring that up, but I wanted to point something else out. Notice how I described my brother's sweater, but I didn't describe Macy's.
So, sis, when will big fat fucking
God damn it, T, this is going on YouTube.
get back from her vacation? In a
BFFN.
few days, big fat fucking was on vacation. Her parents were super strict and extreme. Oh wait, I forgot to do.
No.
voices.
Let's come up with an actual name for the BFF.
How about Macy,
Chad.
just for the sake of irony?
Chad and Virgin, alright.
Chad Virgington. Virginia. Chad Virginia.
Chad,
Chad,
Virginia
Virginia.
is a girl?
Don't worry about it.
I won't.
This is peak performance. If you don't like it, then get out.
So, sis, when will Chad Virginia get back from her vacation? In a few days. Chad Virginia was on vacation. Her parents were super
His
strict.
parents were super strict and extremely family oriented. Luckily, Chad Virginia manages to sneak time into their schedule for Macy knew that Chad Virginia's presence, purposely ignoring her. another reason to hate Macy with every fiber of my soul, even though I clearly noted earlier that I am incapable of hating this sexy beast of an 8-year-old. She's stealing my little brother. She's ignoring my best friend. And she's flawless! Of course. I would never be rude to her for this. Because, you know, I'm a cuck. Actually, sis, can I say it Macy's? Non-baguette. Why not?
Originally Macy's stayed over. This is actually an improved version.
She's 8 years old and a girl.
She's
and you're
14!
8.5 years old. And the boy. You don't have a change of clothes, and she has parents that don't care what she does. Either they become responsible, or I stop caring. Yes, get her done. I'm gonna go load up my pump-action shotgun and clean it.
That was the end of
That
that.
was the end of that.
When you left, the neighborhood all of a
Hitler
sudden
is an awesome cockblock.
had an eerie feel to it. And fog was drifting out of the forest. Come on, little bro.
Come
let's
on,
hurry.
little bro. Let's
Just
hurry.
casual fog from nowhere.
You two ran home.
Don't-
You two ran
You
home.
ran home.
Good grammar. Mostly because even you.
E.T.
Wait.
go home.
Hold on a fucking second. Hold on. Wasn't this third person? I feel like this was third person.
I think
The
you mean
two-
first
The two
person, but then
youngins
it's
ran
It
home.
was. It's a weird
Third person?
hybrid third, first, second person. I want to die.
So the 14 and 15-year-old shit themselves and run off. Mostly because even you, who had been taught how to fight when needed, were concerned and worried about the safety of your little bro.
This is stupid. Why are you running from
Yeah.
presumably nothing? He rushed to his bedroom.
Listen, have you ever been in a dark place and needed to get out?
Aw man, fog from the forest. Let me just shit myself.
Listen, it's a spooky atmosphere. I've actually somewhat been in a sort of similar situation, and it's really scary. Just kind of fog everywhere, and it's dark, and you just don't want to be in that area anymore.
He rushed to his bedroom, which I wasn't surprised that I did. Lock the windows. There are 3 windows, and why are they locking the windows?
Why are
What?
they back at Brian's house even though they were like...
No, they went.
Paranoia!
They went to the chick's house, and they dropped her off, and they ran back. I started locking
Yep.
doors, windows. If it locked, I locked it. Then I cleaned out of nervousness. I was so
If it didn't lock, I guess we just died.
I was so spooked, to say the least.
I must be the best Japanese housewife I can be.
I recalled something I had read once, something about people cleaning when they're anxious because their brain needs something to focus on. Such as biting their nails or while cleaning. Nothing's wrong other than the obvious 2 things that occurred the day. Today has been like any other. Are my fears unfounded? Probably.
Wait.
You are being
Okay, so
chased by a serial killer this
pointing
morning.
out an inconsistency. In the beginning, I said that was just a normal thing, but now I'm saying that it's an unusual thing. So,
But you never know. Maybe I should get my pump action shotgun out again.
Maybe I should get out a weapon of
my
sort.
pump action shotgun.
Getting out
I
a
went to my
knife
little
sharpener,
bro's.
I went to my little bro's room, opening the door. I saw that
I
he
will
was
not
asleep.
stop trying to turn Un into a goddamn fucking sovereign father with a pump action shotgun.
I turned off his TV and headed out the door after turning off the lights. I went to my walk-in closet to get dressed for bed when I heard something like the sound of a window opening. When I looked out the closet door, someone had already entered my room. Thank any gods that exist that I'm still wearing my clothes. They looked to my bed, faced away from me, when I jumped and hit them in the head with a knife sharpener. I ran out my little bro's room to make sure he was okay. Yeah, because a knife sharpener is definitely going to stun someone to the point of, like...
listen, I like to imagine that was a very special knife sharpener that was the size of a person's head.
Was it like a kitchen knife sharpener or a sharpening stone?
A kitchen knife sharpener, like
You're not gonna
the
knock
weird-
someone out with that.
Well, yeah, I know that now.
Actually, give or take, like, this as an example. I mean, you could, but then you don't have that, because, I mean, if you're not in a private school, I'm pretty sure we're not all filthy fucking rich for something as niche as a Chef's Choice Diamond Hone 464 or sharpener, wherever the fuck that is. Whatever Chinese ass fucking shit you see at 4 o'clock in the morning on an infomercial channel type shit.
I ran into my old bro's room to make sure he was okay. He appeared to be asleep, but to double check I got closer. He was indeed sleeping. Good. Then I felt a gush of wind. One of the windows was open. God damn it, Brian, I told you to close that. I muttered under my breath, which actually sounds suspiciously like Cody speaking. Closing them and locking them, I went back into my room. The man, appeared to have been knocked out. It was a white mask guy from the store. I tied him up and put him in my closet. I changed
I've said
in the
it
bathroom
before,
that
I'll
night.
say it again. I was, and still kinda am, a masky girl.
Suicide.
Why
It's
didn't
better than a
she
deaf
call the
girl.
police?
I don't know.
Why didn't Adolf Hitler call the police after knocking Masky out?
Listen,
God damn it,
actually,
Hitler.
I think I actually had a reason for this. I
You-
think it had something to do with the dad, but I've long since forgotten the entire details. It's kind of like with one of my other characters. She has a story, but I've completely forgotten it. So,
In the morning, you
Eh.
checked your closet to make sure he was still there. He was, in fact, still there. Macy and Brian were downstairs, making something. You decided to move him into a chair. He had a folding chair, you set him on it, and then
Macy came back.
retied him. Good job. The fact you couldn't move him at all, and that he was limped, assured you that he wasn't dead. You got some bandages and wrapped his head. You can only pray that Dad wouldn't come home anytime soon. What is this magical 80-pound knife sharpener you hit him with that split his head open? As you ate your pancakes that you made while thinking of
She
things
threw
you
it
would
like a
say,
fucking tomahawk, just
he stirred. What? Oh, you. I have a name, you know. Mind telling me? You didn't sound happy, but that's to be expected. You have bigger problems. You should feel lucky that my father wasn't home, or the one to discover you. Why, may I ask? He was losing patience fast. Fast, you could tell. Why were you in my room? Answer that, and then I'll answer your question.
Now, you see, you might think that none in the story is intelligent. Nah, reading ahead, she's actually literally retarded. You may think if you could infer that none might have a level of intelligence, that the reason she is not called the cops is the fact that she wants to grill him for information. But, you know, you'll learn exactly why none is in fact a fucking retard. And 911 is not a thing, and apparently her entire house, in fact, does not have a phone, and that she's never heard of
Listen,
this.
we don't have
And
a
this is,
phone,
in fact,
though. We
the
don't have
medieval
a
ages.
landline.
This is, in fact, the medieval ages with PS3s.
Ah, so that's that knife sharpener, just an entire grindstone?
Yep, she just picked up an entire grindstone.
There's a hole in the bucket, Delilah.
Why were you in my room? Answer that, and then I'll answer your question. Well, how do I put this lightly? Depends on what you want to tell me. I'm not allowed to say more than that you survived something you shouldn't have. 2 somethings. Well, aren't I, luckily? Luckily.
Okay. He
Lucky.
said that like they were going to straight up kill me in the grocery store.
Chuckling to yourself, you thought about what happened approximately 4 years ago. Approximately. Not exactly an
Oh,
event
this was
that I would
so
call
dumb.
lucky. Well, luck has nothing to do with it. You took out your old school wool skinning knife,
Pocket knife.
for precautions, and a flintlock pistol. What are you doing? Hold still.
In general, a pistol. What kind of pistol?
Yeah, I didn't specify.
I like to think it is.
I like to think it's a hand blunderbuss. The most dangerous,
It's a
stupid
fucking 500 Magnum. Like if she shot it,
Listen,
she like
I
fucking
wanted to
break
leave
her
it up
arm
to
because she's terrible at
interpretation.
recoil control or something.
I'm gonna say it's a Luger because she's Hitler. Anyways, chapter 5. You cut him loose. I hope you can understand why I emphasize the aspect of none in the story being actually literally retarded.
Okay.
Nani?
First of all, I was in 8th grade, and I didn't quite know how the world worked yet. I still don't know everything still, so most
Hey
of
fam,
my
I know you
fanfics
tried to
are
murder
crap.
me, but like, hey, I get wet at the young age of 8 over masks.
My dad's coming
My
home
dad's
soon.
coming home
You want some
soon.
pancakes? It'll be bad enough that you're a guy. Who knows that punishment I'd get if you were dead too. Okay, so he's a guy. His face is just a mask. Like, you can't take the mask off. It's impossible. And he has a
He
giant
can.
gash in his head because you hit him with a fucking grindstone.
Yes.
That makes me feel
Listen, I'm-
so much better. You held his risk, and brought him into the kitchen.
Wait, did I actually spell it?
No,
risk?
it's wrist. Knowing exactly how
Okay.
Brian would react, you were right. Brian's eyes went
I
from
like-
surprise to suspicious, and Macy had an evil smirk. Sis, who's that? Dad's gonna kill you. Brian drew out the word kill and you. Dad's gonna kill you.
I feel there's a certain disconnect because Brian's went from surprise to suspicious and Macy had an evil smirk, and then he's doing the I'm a mischievous little shit act.
I'm willing to take that risk. He's been taking that medicine. Despite the probably killer, you felt safe. You turned around and saw him chatting with
The
Brian.
probably killer.
You just continue cleaning.
Probably killer.
The probably killer. That's...
When he was literally like, "Hey fam, yeah, you survived what you shouldn't have."
The probably killer
Which
is
is
it's a 12-season Netflix exclusive coming this fall. You just continue cleaning and doing random chores. Macy and Brian did not clean at all. You notice Masky watch your every move.
Despite you not actually knowing his name, because he has never actually clarified that, and she has not in fact clarified her name to Masky. Why are you doing that?
Like I said, Dad's already going to kill me for having a guy here. I really don't want this place to be messy too. I should probably go then. Brian interrupted by tightly gripping Masky's arm. Oh, no you don't. You don't simply appear out of nowhere, then leave when you see there's danger here. That's not how the family of Hitler operates.
Hitler reference.
You just cocked your head to the left, smiling. There isn't a problem with that, is there? I mean, kind of. I myself need to be leaving soon. He wasn't expecting this. A fighter, maybe. The girl and her brother both being kind of menacing. He wasn't sure if she could be impressed or worried. I mean, I'd probably be fucking scared if I saw like a spaghetti-armed 15-year-old 8th grader whip out and pull an entire grindstone out of her pocket and hit me with it.
Quite frankly, it is a pretty menacing image.
Toby and Hoodie, on their way or not, this was still...
Just opens the door, he looks over getting ready to do the knifing, and she just chucks an entire fucking grindstone bigger than his upper torso.
She just rips up Skyforge and throws it at him. This was still... He paused his inner monologue to concentrate on you. He pried Brian's hand off Masky's and led him to the couch. Brian sat on one side, so you placed Masky in the middle, and you sat on the other side of him. All three of you heard the garage door slow ascension into the garage. The garage door goes up into the sky, into a sky
garage.
garage.
On the floor. Dad opened the door. He got on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur.
Oh yeah, ironic, because that's basically the end of it. Because chapter 6 is already. If there's one thing I've learned, comma, the end. You finished reading my old creepypasta fanfic on Wattpad.
Dad opened the door. Or Nibba, did you get impregnated by a mask, fucker? And then nuked the house.
Using the
Me
garage
and-
door that ascended.
Ascension, the god of garage doors.
Oh yeah, but I will say, overall, 10 out of 10, the greatest story I've ever read. Needs more grindstones, though.
You know what? Maybe later I'll edit it to just be like a grindstone fic.
Good.
It becomes Reader X Grindstone. And it's literally just the reader killing all of the creepypasta cast with a grindstone.
What are you gonna do? Hit me with that grindstone?
Yes!
Anyways, hope you like my video.